Hello, I'm Derek Schrader, Policy Advisor for the Department of Energy Weatherization Assistance Program, and I'd like to tell you about the Installer Badges Toolkit available to you as part of our ongoing efforts to support workforce development. Let's start by making sure we understand how all these pieces fit together. The Job Task Analysis, or JTA, is the underlying foundation for certification schemes and for the accredited training programs. The JTA describes the various tasks someone needs to be able to do to competently perform a certain job, and all the knowledge, skills, and abilities needed to perform those tasks. It's best practice to review and update JTAs as needed on a 5 to 7 year cycle. In 2018 through 2019, the Department of Energy and the National Renewable Energy Lab went through the process with the Crew Leader and Retrofit Installer, JTAs. The committee determined that it had always been assumed a crew leader would have the retrofit installer skills as a prerequisite to becoming a crew leader. So the two JTAs were condensed into one. Crew leader essentially cannibalized retrofit installer. Here is the updated JTA. The blue areas are those specific to retrofit installer. They're now all rolled into one JTA. But they can easily be pulled out to develop retrofit installer specific training that could then be a prerequisite for comprehensive accredited crew leader training. Here they are. Implementing the scope of work is what a retrofit installer needs to be able to do. Using the JTA and working with the network to identify specific on-the-job task workers need to be able to perform, we came up with the following. 25 badges describing those specific tasks. Essentially, if what we want is to make sure a worker can perform all of these tasks, what we're doing by breaking it out into specific badges is offering greater flexibility for programs in training, on-the-job training, and worker credentialing. The Department of Energy developed these badges as an add-on for the updated JTA and is offering it to the network for voluntary implementation by the network. With the creation of the badges, it offers a significant amount of flexibility. A little more on the benefits of using badges to build up the workforce are, badges allow the worker to track their progress in learning a new job and are more suited to guiding entry-level workers from completely new to the job to be able to work independently on the job site. Badges in this toolkit allow a lot of flexibility for programs, taking into account that housing stock varies throughout the country, and not every region might address every one of the badges included. It can be customized by utility or other programs as well. Having a system that's more attractive to other energy efficiency programs is always good for the Weatherization Assistance Program. If programs are applying consistent work quality standards and the badges are all based on the standard work specifications, then contractors don't need to learn new standards for each program that they might do work for. To help with implementation, the Department of Energy and the National Renewable Energy Lab put together a whole toolkit that includes these pieces. We'll go through them from bottom to top. The first thing you need to do to implement a badging program is think through how it will work, who will be qualified to sign off on badges, etc. This is what the worksheet is for. To help ensure that someone earning a badge in Albuquerque is doing work in a way that would also pass muster in Albany, New York, the toolkit includes a booklet of checklists for verification of the work. Whether badges are earned on the job and signed off by a supervisor or earned at a training center using props, the work quality requirements should remain the same. Each checklist includes the desired outcomes, list of things to check, material requirements if applicable, and reference standard work specifications or other standards. For retrofit installers working to earn badges, we have the same thing, but with the tables on each page to record successful completion of the task a number of times. The table includes fields so the work can be quality controlled later if something comes up. The program this is modeled on used a 5 as the default number of times someone had to perform a task before that particular badge was earned. For training providers or those involved in developing T&TA plans, the toolkit also includes a spreadsheet aligning the various badges to the JTA. This could be used in a number of ways. One way might be a training provider could put together a badging system allowing workers to earn badges one at a time. And once it had earned them all, they would meet the prerequisites to attend accredited crew leader training. In the same way, if a grantee implemented a badging program, they could use these to help communicate with a training provider and easily customize a retrofit installer or crew leader training to meet the specific needs of their attendees. The toolkit was announced and described in Weatherization Assistance Program Memorandum Number 50, which was published on May 2019. This is being offered as an option, but in the long term, expect the Department of Energy to require some form of badging in workforce training. We will be requesting contact information from anyone who downloads the toolkit, and will follow up after 6 or 12 months to see how things are going. Instead of requiring something and having it not work for the network, we want to let the people, those that are on the ground implementing the program, see what works for them and then look at possibly requiring it. At the time of this recording, we have done the initial round of follow-up and are working on long-term improvements to the badges toolkit. Finally, we think the standard work specifications references are very important, so have recently updated the passport and verification criteria references to align with the recently updated and very streamlined standard work specifications completed in 2020. This version will be published shortly, but should not stop any interested parties from downloading the existing toolkit and beginning planning with the worksheet and other documents. Thank you for your time and attention. If you have any other questions about the toolkit, please contact me at the email shown here.